Bing, 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 bing. It is a Wednesday. It is the Beck Scrum. Sam and Matt are here. I have mainly been working on the NHS thing. We were solving some bugs. There's still some kind of like little IE11 bugs outstanding, which are kind of irritating, but there we go. I have dragged myself away from playing with them to like set up a complete staging stack that mirrors the full stack. So and also documenting it as I go, so that I've got a complete paper trail of exactly how we set this thing up, and that should allow me to do some other important things like practicing restoring from backup and so on. And I'm trying to write the final report for the NHS project. Draft of that is in the NHS channel. If you care to have a look and give me any feedback on that, and I hope to send that to the NHS people later today. They're going to be announcing the launch of the site tomorrow. Yeah, hoping to try and get that project into a kind of maintenance mode so I can focus on other things. We also just have the Elixir mob, which went quite well. We've got the full CRUD actions working in Elixir Phoenix. And yeah, we've got the async voter thing coming up, and I'm just trying to work out how we can get these multiple domain names supported by Doku on Azure. That's kind of the key blocker for me at the moment. How are things going with you, Matt?
Hi, Sam. Very good. Haven't done much. I've been away for a day and a half. The things I'm working on are I haven't done any more, but I'm still in my mind the getting started page, which I did a little bit more. I made it so it displays checkboxes, everything in all the given tasks. But you can't check them off yet. Or it doesn't save it. That's all. So I want to work on that, and I had a ticket to redirect the getting started button, and I thought I did what we kept saying that we were supposed to do, but I put a note in there and I haven't digested it yet. So either we could work on that together, Sam, or I can try. If you think you put everything in the note, I can look at that myself.
Yeah, that's
what we were. I thought I had done what we were asking each time we showed the problem. It was just going from that button to the details page, but that's what I did. But maybe I misunderstood.
Well, I think we definitely had some sort of misunderstanding, and it's interesting because we were both. It's funny because we were both quite. I think I was quite clear what I was thinking, and you were quite clear. You know, and then it turns out that was different, and I it's interesting to work out why that happened, but also to think about, you know, well, just as a related thread, I've noticed this issue comes up particularly as regards to user interface things, and I've encountered it recently in local support, and I wonder if it's you know, there's kind of like a need for more just sort of UI prototyping and going on, like we need some different level of rigor to avoid the issue, or maybe just sorting it out in Hangouts is a way to go. Yeah, I mean, we could go on.
Maybe we need like a user map when the user clicks here.
Yeah, maybe something. I mean, I guess since we're on the sub, well, we could have a look at it now. Is there anything else that's on your mind, or anything blocking you at all?
No, those are the only two things I'm really.
Yeah. I mean, the getting started thing, and Ashley was asking me questions about this, and you know, for admin interface and so on. And I think definitely the getting started page, you know, an important improvement. I also end up worrying about are we going to be like sort of at cross purposes about it again, or
very closely.
Yeah. I mean, it's such an interesting dance with all of the. We have the book. We were talking a lot with Ashley on Monday in the podcast, and you know, it's you know, there's always so many things that one could be working on, and which are the things that are actually going to have an impact, you know, a measurable impact on the users. It's you know, and there's lots of opinions, and then there's the process for working out what that is. And I would just love, as well as all the learning that's going on, to be really lasering down on those things that are going to make the impact. I'm not saying that I'm I have a monopoly on how to do that, or even I'm not doing don't know that I've been doing particularly very well for the last 3 or 4 years, but I'm kind of motivated to see is there a way that we can get down to pay dirt in that regard. But so maybe the thing that we've got like 5 minutes before the next meeting kicks off. Maybe the thing to do is to just look at that area where we had an obvious misunderstanding and just debug, to spend 5 minutes debugging that. So I was looking at the pull requests, and what I saw, oh gosh, it takes so long to get to the right. Here we go. Yeah, we want to be in pull requests, but that's the issue. That'll get us started. Oh, GitHub slowness, or is my? I just rebooted my computer actually. Fun. But so yeah, and then we've also got this. Oh, that's the thing. Pull request from Alex. I mean, I guess ultimately we'll talk about it on Friday. Let's go into the getting. Yeah. So, and I tried to put all the stuff in the text as well, but I saw that. So what you've done here is that one change that you made is that where we usually link to the new user registration path, you change that to link to premium.
Yeah, and that that has the effect of when you click on that big button on the initial screen, it'll go to the /premium. And I thought that's what we wanted.
Yeah, yes and no.
Oh.
So there's maybe an aspect of the escalating button things here.
I don't understand it totally.
So I mean, I implemented it, and it's clear in my mind. But so, like, yeah, we were certainly talking about, yeah, when we click on this button, we want to go to the premium page. But this is what this button here. It will show different things depending upon the status of the user. So, for example, if we're logged out of the system, then it shows get started now to begin coding on real projects. And it links to new user registration. Did you see what I just did?
Yeah. But
so that's working. I mean, there are improvements that I think we need to make to this page, which looks awful, but better than it did. But this has been, as far as we can see, quite successful. Right, in as much as, like, of the people like landing on this page, 20% of them are like look at this, that we've had 619 people click through on this button. Although actually, I mean, it could be other places in there, but because the way that this plugin here is working is it's showing, you know, people. It's this button, and also like it's not distinguishing between people clicking on the sign up link here and the button here. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
That's kind of a side issue. But basically, certainly lots of people are clicking through here or here. They're probably clicking on the button. It'd be nice to be able to actually, and they're landing here. Now in here, annoyingly, because of these things are then specific, but we can see we're getting lots of people signing up, right? But the change that you made here would mean that when people landed on this page and they clicked on get started now to begin coding on real projects, they would go to the premium page.
Yeah, and that's what I thought what we wanted, but
not when they're not logged in.
When they're not logged in, I think that does work.
No, well, so if I may try to explain the escalation thing more explicitly, is we've got this series of states. Like, so there's the initial, we've got a state of the user who is logged out, right? Mm-hmm. So they see, what they see is get started now to begin coding on real projects, right? And throughout all of our discussions that we had previously, I was not talking about any change to this button, right?
I totally misunderstood then. I'm going to start from the beginning in my mind then.
So hold on. The point is that the type of button changes, right, depending upon the status of the user, right? So, if the user is logged out, if they're not logged in, maybe they don't have an account, right? Then what the button is it's saying, hey, get started now on real projects and sign up with us for the free account, right?
Okay.
That's the first level of the escalator. Okay. So now, if they are logged in, which means that they've kind of, at some point in the past, they've gone through this process, right? They've previously registered, right? This is our funnel that I keep mentioning in terms of, like the lean launch pad, right? So the button now, like if we're logged in, and what that code in the helper or wherever it is doing, like if we log in, right, then the button is in the same place, but the text has changed, and also where it's going has changed. So now it says upgrade to premium for additional support.
Okay.
Right? So this is the idea is, and I don't know if this makes sense to you.
Oh, and now this is where.
Yeah. So this is where we want, and this was going to the subscriptions, new, like whatever, plan equals premium.
Okay.
So, I mean, the whole idea is that, I mean, we could be saying, yeah, even if you're logged out, we still want to be promoting you into premium, but we're kind of going in a softly, we're saying like, okay, so if there's a person who's arriving at our site for the first time and they've clicked through on Google AdWords or whatever it is, like what we want to encourage them to do is do the no-cost thing of signing up. So we've got their email address, right? And they've been invited to Slack. And we kind of, then we can be following up and sending them newsletters and things, right?
Right.
Then if they've done that, later on they browse to the site, maybe they've talked to us in Slack, The next time they browse to here and they're logged in, we've got upgrade to premium for additional support. So this is the whole thing we were talking about here. Like we got 19 clicks there, right? And this is going to here, where this only has the further details.
Got it.
So, and then there's like, if you're logged in and you're a premium member, there's further levels in the escalator. Logged in as premium.
Okay.
Logged in as free member. This is like, it says upgrade to premium mob, and it's going to a different plan, right? So if I do Ruby mine.
So where should this go?
Yeah, so I mean, I basically put, the change that I think we want in here is, so the change that we want is in, I mean, the whole code needs to be pulled out into a helper or whatever, but it's time for the meeting. But so here, right, this code, which is in there, so you didn't change any of this, but see, this is the escalator. It's checking, are you a free member? Right? Then the message should be upgrade to premium for additional support. Are you a premium member? Upgrade to premium mob for group sessions with a mentor. Right? And this is the link that I was proposing changing, right? So that when you click on upgrade to premium for additional support, instead of going straight to the subscription page where you just pay the money and there's a link to further deals that no one clicks on, that there you would go to the premium path.
Okay, I got it. In the next stage, you'd go to premium mob.
Right, exactly. And then we could even add additional stages after that, but I think that's as far as we got.
Okay, I got it now. I can fix that myself.
Yeah. And I guess maybe the problem there was just maybe you weren't aware that and no reason why you should be particularly, that we had this escalating button thing, right? That the contents of the button changed from when you were logged out to when you were logged in.
Yeah, I knew you had it, but I didn't understand it until now. So that's great.
No worries. That's, multimodal things are notoriously difficult. Anyway, well, I think we're done our Scrum. I shall start up the I've got a new person coming, an old friend of mine called Paolo. I'll start up the async voter thing and maybe see you there.
Yes, I'll be there.
Bye for now.